Conservationists are warning plans by Russia to begin widespread exploration for oil and gas in the Arctic could threaten the survival of many wild animals. The Russian Arctic's home to rare species of polar bear and walruses, but the government insists the drilling is needed to secure the country's economic future. Now, Moscow correspondent Daniel Sanford is on an expedition that's carrying out research studying marine mammals and has sent this report from the Laptev Sea in the Russian Arctic.
We started from Khatanga, a town deep inside the Arctic Circle. From there we headed even further north. And as we entered the Arctic Ocean, polar bears patrolled the shores. The bears and the huge walruses are well adapted to the cold, but the world is changing around them. Only a few years ago, this part of the Arctic Ocean would have been full of ice floes and unnavigable in an ordinary boat. But this year, it's open water. Climate change has dramatically reduced the Arctic ice in summer. It's driving the animals onto land. These walruses are coming ashore in far greater numbers and in places they never used to. I'm going to have to talk quietly because if the walruses panic and rush into the sea, they may crush each other to death. And they are precious creatures because scientists are trying to establish if the walruses here in the Laptev Sea part of the Arctic Ocean are in fact a completely unique subspecies. The untouched landscape which the wildlife here enjoy is about to be disrupted by the arrival of the oil and gas industry. President Vladimir Putin says the country's economic future depends on exploiting the huge deposits in the Arctic, including here in the Laptev Sea. But what about the wildlife about which, even now, very little is known? This expedition is hurriedly gathering DNA to try to establish which species need special protection before the boats, oil rigs and pipelines arrive.
So we need to make some prevention measures to protect the ecosystem and animals, and we're supposed to know which are most important places to protect.
Drilling for oil in conditions better suited to polar bears won't be easy. The climate is harsh here even at the height of summer, but although no one is yet extracting hydrocarbons from under these seas, exploration has already begun. Daniel Sanford, BBC News, in the Russian Arctic.
Now, today's